So we're going to go through this quickly and kind of directly. Um, First, we're going to look at the first three lines, and then we'll bring in the fourth one. First, Haya rochev al hachamor yered. V'imena yachol lered, yachzir et panav. V'imena yachol lachzir et panav, yechaven et libo keneged beit kodesh kodeshim. The first thing you should notice is the parallels, the parallel structure of the three lines. Now, the first line, Haya rochev al hachamor yered. You need to see that there's a past tense verb, Haya rochev, and a future tense verb. The past tense is the case. If he was doing in this situation, the future tense is the ruling. So, Haya rochev al hachamor. If he was riding on a donkey, you have to fill in the context, which is we're talking about saying the Amidah. So, if he was riding on a donkey and he needed to say the Amidah, then future tense, he should get down from the donkey in order to say it. Now, then we have this new thing. Im eino yachol lerid. If he can't do that, again, the if makes clear that this is a case. And the future tense, again, is our ruling. So, if he can't do that, get down, then he should turn his face. Doesn't yet say to where. The third statement, the same form, im eino yachol l'hachzir panav. Again, the if tells us we have a case. The first case is if he was riding on a donkey and he needs to say the Amidah, here's what he should do. Second case, if he can't do that, here's the next thing he should do. And then, if he can't even do that, here's the third thing. He should yechaven et libo. He should direct his heart. Where? Now it tells us. Keneged beit kodesh hakodashim. Toward the Holy of Holies, toward the temple. So we have three levels. He should get down. If he can't do that, he should turn his face. If he can't do that, he should yechaven et libo, direct his heart to the temple. And we should infer that when it told us that he should turn his face, that also meant towards the temple. Now, what do we have then? We have one ruling that is lechatchila, the proper thing to do. The proper thing to do means if you're in this kind of situation, here's the proper thing to do. In this case, it's you should get down. B'di'avad, the other two cases are both b'di'avad. B'di'avad essentially means you can't do the lechatchila thing. And the b'di'avad is only okay if you can't do the lechatchila thing, right? If you're unable to, well, then do it the second way. Not, it's okay to do it either way, but you should do this. If you can't, here is a second and even a third option. And then finally, in these last two lines of the Mishnah, this is the one that we already saw. Im eino yachol l'hachzir et panav, he can't turn his face. Then yechaven et libo. And then here, Haya yoshev bisfina o bakaran o ba'asta. Again, you have the past tense. If he was in a particular situation, in this case, if he was sitting in one of these three types of vehicles, then future tense, he should direct his heart towards the temple. Now, these two clearly have the same ruling. There's two ways to think about that. Either this is just specific examples of this. Sitting in a boat or in a wagon or a raft, are situations where you are unable to turn your face towards Jerusalem. Why? We will talk about that. So one way is to think about it is um, these are just examples of this. The other way to think about it is that if you're on a donkey, then the lechatchila thing would be to get off. But in a boat, there's simply no possibility of that. So therefore, directing your heart becomes the only and therefore lechatchila option. Either way, um, the assumption here is that the only option available in those particular situations.